The Crystal Ridge Mall was the kind of place designed to impress. Bright chandeliers sparkled over polished marble floors, and every corner radiated wealth and exclusivity. Luxury boutiques lined the hallways, guarded by velvet ropes and staff who judged customers with their eyes before they ever spoke. On a Saturday afternoon, Vanessa Brooks strolled inside, dressed in dark jeans, a cream blazer, and sneakers. She looked like any other woman out for a day of shopping, but behind her calm smile and effortless stride was a secret. Vanessa was one of the most powerful black female billionaires in the country. Her company owned stakes in real estate, technology, and retail, including the very chain that managed this mall. She entered a luxury boutique that displayed handbags worth more than some people's homes. The staff glanced at her, then quickly looked away, deciding she didn't fit the profile of a serious buyer. Vanessa walked deeper into the store, her fingers brushing against a gold-trimmed purse, when the store manager appeared. "Excuse me, Maham," he said curtly, blocking her path. "This section is for our VIP customers only." Vanessa blinked in disbelief. "I booked a private shopping appointment. My name is Vanessa Brooks." She handed him her reservation confirmation. The manager didn't bother looking at it. Instead, he smirked. "We have a certain standard here. These handbags are worth tens of thousands of dollars. I don't think this is the right store for you." Shoppers nearby paused, their curiosity piqued. Some whispered, others stared, waiting to see how the scene would unfold. Vanessa remained calm, though a flicker of irritation sparked in her eyes. "I assure you, I can afford anything in this store," she said evenly. But the manager crossed his arms. "I'm asking you to leave before I call security." The humiliation wasn't just in his words but in the way he said them loud enough for everyone to hear. Vanessa took a deep breath, her poise unshaken. Years of boardroom battles had prepared her for moments like this. Instead of arguing, she pulled out her phone and dialed a number. "It's happening again," she said softly. "At Crystal Ridge Mall." The manager chuckled. "Calling your friends. That won't change a thing." Vanessa hung up, gave him a small smile, and walked toward the lounge area. Shoppers watched her in silence, wondering why she hadn't fought back. The manager, thinking he'd won, returned to greeting a wealthy white couple who had just entered. But 30 minutes later, the air in the boutique shifted. Black SUVs pulled up outside, and several sharply dressed executives hurried inside. Their expressions were tense, their pace urgent. Something was about to change, and the manager had no idea that his smugness was about to collapse. The boutique's glass doors swung open, and the mall's regional director marched in, flanked by 2 corporate executives. Their eyes immediately locked on Vanessa, who sat calmly in the lounge with her phone in hand. "Ms. Brooks," the director said, his tone dripping with respect, "we are deeply sorry for this outrageous incident. Please allow us to make this right immediately." The crowd inside gasped. Whispers spread like wildfire. Who is she? Did he just say Ms. Brooks? The manager froze, his face draining of color. He stammered, "W8, what's going on?" Vanessa stood, her presence commanding without a single raised word. "This man," she said, pointing at the manager, "decided I didn't belong here. You'll decide what to do about that." The executives' faces hardened. They turned to the manager. "You're finished here. Hand over your badge and leave the premises." Gasps filled the boutique as security escorted the stunned manager out. Just moments ago, he had humiliated Vanessa in front of everyone. Now, he was the one walking out in shame, his career destroyed by his own arrogance. The staff scrambled to apologize, offering Vanessa champagne, private viewings, and complimentary items. But she shook her head. "I don't want your gifts. What I want is respect, something your manager didn't think I deserved." She left the boutique with her head high, and the crowd parted in silence, some clapping softly as she passed. Outside, the executives followed nervously, begging her not to cut ties with their brand. But it was too late. Within a week, Vanessa's company announced it was suspending all investments in the mall's parent corporation. The news went viral. Headlines blared, "Billionaire humiliated at mall fire's back." Social media exploded with praise for Vanessa's composure. Many shared the story as a lesson in dignity, strength, and justice. The boutique chain's stock price tumbled, and the regional director issued a public apology. As for Vanessa, she didn't need to gloat. Her silence, her poise, and her single phone call spoke louder than any argument could. The mall had tried to strip her of dignity. Instead, it stripped itself of credibility. The lesson was crystal clear: appearances deceived, but respect should never be optional.